help us understand a bit better why a company would implement something like virtualized networking into their own ecosystem.
There's a couple of considerations. I think first of all, what we find is it starts back with legacy environments where they've got either they're dealing with a migration of IP addressing from IPv4 to IPv6. They're dealing with multiple protocols. For example, in IoT, there's a host of different protocols you could be running. You're not restricted just to use IP. Where they want to be able to bring all of those devices into that single plane, that single virtual switch, if you will. What they're able to do with something like ZeroTier is they're able to actually bring those devices in and have the addressing be independent of your traditional kind of routing ecosystem that you would have. I think some of the other things that we see out there, even traditional VPNs and SD-WANs are a natural fit for these kinds of virtualized networks. And it's mostly because enterprises are looking now at this, again, going back to this dynamic nature of how you have to be looking at networking. If you look 10 years ago, hybrid cloud was not something that was in the forefront of thinking. Cloud was sort of like, if I'm going to move into the cloud, I'm going to go through a single instance or a single provider. Now, especially when companies are consolidating, they're bringing in more geographies into this. What they're having to look at is how do I best manage my resources from a cost perspective, as well as from a security perspective. And that's where having the ability to have that kind of that dynamic environment where you're not having to rely on specific static addressing like you would in a VPN environment, that's where it really is helped by this.